So I'm back with John, and we have some more questions that are based around shipping. So the first one is, how is LNG shipped and loaded?
So natural gas is turned into a liquid state by cooling it down quite a bit. And so when it's cold enough, it becomes a liquid. And that liquid is put onto a ship called a liquefied natural gas carrier, or just carrier for short. These are very large vessels. They're top-of-the-line technology. They're about 300 meters in length, and they carry probably about 5 double-hulled tanks. So these tanks aren't under pressure. They're in fact kind of like large thermoses, and they keep the gas in a liquid state by keeping it cold. And they run off natural gas, so they don't carry bunker fuel or anything like that. So that's how they're shipped.
And how are they loaded?
So the natural gas would be turned into a liquid at our facility and then loaded onto the carrier via jetty.
The next question that's been sent in is, what happens if there's an accident during shipping?
So in the very unlikely event that there is an accident during shipping, because there hasn't been a shipping incident with LNG carriers ever. But in the event that that does occur, let's say that it's significant enough that the hull does breach and there is liquefied natural gas escaping, what actually happens is liquefied natural gas, once it's heated up again, it turns back into a gas. So it doesn't go into the ocean, it actually just disperses into the air once more.
I'm going to follow that with a question of mine. Now that you've mentioned that, John, what are the likelihood of an explosion with that natural gas once it's been reheated?
So the likelihood of an explosion is very low, very, very low, because really one of the concerns that is stated is whether and to what degree it can ignite. So natural gas only ignites in this very specific mixture of oxygen and the gas, and that's unlikely to stay in place given that if it does leak, it will be dispersed to a point where it couldn't ignite anymore. The only other concern I can think of is if there's a friction involved in igniting the gas. However, LNG carriers don't carry the LNG under pressure. So the friction problem isn't really a problem when you're looking at the actual shipping of it.
Another question that we have, John, is how can we ensure safety of shipping operations?
So one of the ways that we can ensure safety of shipping operations is to manage the risks. So we can do that by ensuring that we have an understanding and we can share the understanding of the waters around us, the bay and the means to get to the open ocean. We can do that by hiring local knowledge, people who understand the waters and can help guide these carriers in through the aid of a tugboat or actually just being on the bridge of these ships. Another thing that we can do is make sure that there are safety or exclusion zones around the facility to make sure that the likelihood of collisions are severely reduced. There are plenty of plans that are by law required in Canada and internationally to make sure that shipping is safe, and for the most part, we see this as being easily achievable.